This video will show the programming procedure of cutting out the windows on the garage door panels. So this spreadsheet will fill in the sizes utilized by Mastercam to draw the geometry. So we start off with the door width. We would enter that in. The door height, so it just reflects the color of the arrows here so you know which one's which. The number of windows or lights, and the width of each light. And then we have some space values, so the spacing at the top, above the windows, and the space below. Then the end spaces, just assuming they're the same. So all these numbers are entered. This number is not entered. This is the calculated value that is derived from those. So before we save the file, you need to switch to sheet number 1. This is what Mastercam reads. So there's the width. They use different terminology. So the height they call length, and the mullion value is what we call the gap between the windows. So we'll close the spreadsheet down, and then we use the door geometry function to pull that in. So under here, this is where that spreadsheet is linked to, so we can have different spreadsheets for different door styles if needed. So all these values are not used. They come in from the spreadsheet. So we'll just place the door, and it drew it for us. If we want to double check the values, we can just click on a line. So there's the length of the window that came from the spreadsheet, the overall length of the door. Now we're going to program the part. So we run what's called ATP, automatic toolpath. And then we have some settings here. So the first one is what machine do we want to run it on. So you have one machine, so you would never use that. But if you buy additional machines that are different, you would specify that here. And then we have strategy. So there'd be a different strategy if the doors are different thicknesses. So for a 2-inch door, the depth will be different. 1-inch door, or perhaps other cutting methods, so we can develop different strategies. That would be selected here. And we'll have a look at the G code just so you can see how this processes through. So now we're just going to click OK to process the code. So the code pops up here. So this is the code that goes to the machine. This is what runs the machine to do all the cutouts. If I want to simulate that in Mastercam, we have a 3D simulator here. It shows the panel. Press play. It shows doing all the cutouts. So the center pieces will drop out, the windows will drop out, so we can simulate that also by keeping this. And that's the procedure for programming the garage doors.